MJ, back again for more live reactions to Power Rangers Beast Morphers. Get these sunglasses out of here.
Tilt that a little. There we go.
Alright, you want to do the force quit on your...
Yeah, I'll do the force quit. This is my bedtime, y'all.
So, as you may have noticed, we are a little later than usual this week because we are doing a 9 o'clock live stream instead of our usual 7 o'clock live stream.
That's because I just came off a 13-hour shift.
Yep. Which means that your alarm for bedtime just went off as we started.
Totally forgot that was here.
Which is a nice change up from the time to feed the cat's alarm, which is the usual 7 o'clock alarm.
This one's crickets, and it tells me it's time to go to
yep.
sleep. But I don't get to go to sleep.
Now I'm going to apologize for.
I'm working on it.
Still not going?
I have a lot of apps.
Okay, there you go. I am going to apologize if there is a greater lag this week than the last couple weeks.
I should apologize for if there's a greater lag than there was a couple of weeks ago, because in my sleepiness at the end of a 13-hour shift and the knowledge that I would have to be back in at stupid o'clock in the morning, I was like, why bother bringing my laptop home?
So Marissa's laptop is stuck at work and not here, and
That's why I'm moderating on my phone.
There was not enough time to run back and get it.
No, I got in like a half an hour ago, and I work 20 minutes away, so there's no way he was getting to my job, into my office, into my desk, get my laptop, and get back here in time. Forget it.
Yeah, there was not a reasonable time frame for that. Okay, I think there's an error with the read of how many people are in the chat, because I'm seeing all these people saying hello. And it's saying there's only one person in the chat according to YouTube. So I guess we're getting our own form of lag at the moment.
Don't look at me, man. YouTube is messed up.
Yeah, there's unfortunately nothing we can really do about that.
Oh, spinning circle.
He's getting a spinning circle.
So am I.
You're getting a spinning circle. Why are you getting a spinning circle? What is happening?
This works?
This works?
This works.
Why does this work?
I don't know why this works, but this is how we're going to do it.
Okay. Alright, so I'm trying to think on how we share this. I'm trying to think how we share this.
Use the laptop to share it. Just kill this stream. Master Rider Blue is so happy. This is so much clearer. This works way better.
Why? It's a phone!
It's a phone!
Why? Why does this work better?
I told you I had a really stupid idea, but apparently my stupid idea was a good idea.
This makes no sense.
This makes no sense at all.
Why would a phone work better than a laptop?
You realize what this means, right?
Is this what we're doing now?
Well, A, this is what we're doing now, and B, if we wanted to, we could probably use my GorillaPod to attach this to the tripod and have the phone and the camera in the same spot.
Fair enough. I'm just so confused by this.
Wait, smoother looking than, like, the other one?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you saying this is better than my laptop, too?
I think this is better than your laptop.
This is better than both?
This is better than either laptop. Why is this better than a laptop? It's a phone. How is there that much processing power in there? How does it have such a great connection?
The future is now, old man.
I'm so confused.
Wait, is it better than just this laptop, or the laptop we used last week, too?
Yeah, it is. I think it's better than anything that we've used, and it confuses me deeply.
Well, the YouTube app did have a button for go live in it. Like, I didn't have to do any of the stuff you do before we go live. It had a button for go live.
So there's not even a name for it right now.
Actually did ask for a name. I called it Test with a Phone. You could probably change the name.
I'll change the name in post.
Yeah.
I'll fix everything
Phone
in post.
party!
I'm so confused by everything in my life. I can't even.
So,
this has been...
we're coming to you live from my cell phone.
I don't know why, but that's a thing that is happening now. I'm going to try and point it a little bit more. I'm using my laptop as just direction for the phone.
So if this is so good, then next week what we're going to do is we're going to use the GorillaPod to attach my cell phone to that thing. Then we'll have both of our cameras in the same place.
Well, it's going to be it'll be a different. We'll figure it out. We're not even doing. We don't have live stream planned for next week though. But apparently this is what we're doing in the fall because for some reason, phones are better than laptops now for this
We
application.
both look so white. White balance on my phone, probably.
I guess so. I don't
I
know.
wonder if this is the white balance button.
I have no idea. What?
No, it's not.
Those are... Wait.
Filters!
We get filters?
You
What?
want to be...
What?
Hey, guys.
No, this is not a previously on segment. We don't need black and white. This is
I'm putting it back on normal.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This should
So,
not work as well as it
I'm
does.
just saying, apparently the phone is way more robust than the computer when it comes to live streaming.
Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to edit all of this in the...
Well, you'll have to cut in my
for
door.
tomorrow.
I thought since you're going to take a little bit of time, I would show them the studio. I can do that.
I mean, it's a mess right now.
Oh, it's a mess right now?
Like, there's a bunch of stuff on the floor right now, so long as you don't show them, like, what's on the floor, I guess that's okay if you want to show the studio.
Let's go to the studio.
Everything is confusing.
Yes, this is the set, all folded up and put away against the wall. That's our green screen. Oh, more toys. This is where he edits. More toys. Let's do
This has been 25 minutes of trying to make this work. So, here we are, going into the mid-season finale of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, the Cybergate Opens.
And y'all are gonna have to listen, because I cannot type back with my phone over there.
Yeah, we can do no typing. There we go. We've hit play. We've got Ben walking around with a little tracker thing for some reason.
I wonder what he's tracking.
I don't know. Probably Betty. Oh, hey Nick.
Betty? Last time I checked.
You have a soft serve vending machine?
He has a tracker tag.
Where do the cones come from?
It says. She's
Dispenser.
Oh, come on.
She's inside the ice cream machine.
There is no ice cream because it's full of Betty.
What is happening?
That's not ice cream.
What is
That looks more like a slushie.
That's bizarre.
Thinking about Watkins ice cream. That's from another dimension. Betty and Jerry's ice cream.
Great. Dun dun.
What is Nate up to?
He's up to things.
He's definitely up to
Things
something.
I'm developing some new weapon prototypes. Gonna upgrade them with animal DNA, so I thought I'd head to the woods and get some insect DNA to work with.
Insect DNA.
Hold up. Dude, you know the rule. You're not supposed to go off base without an escort. You're too important.
I need this DNA. If anything happens, I can handle myself.
Why not let us come along and...
Why not let her come along? Make a date of it!
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh my goodness, the whites of my eyes are so white.
So crazy.
Gotta move on. There's
Ooh.
no time to wait.
That's their Cybergate,
This
huh?
is your Cybergate?
That's fun.
This hunk of junk is going to get E-Bucks out of the Cybergate.
Dude, don't insult the Cybergate. That is
Oh, it's
way
weird.
overbuilt.
But there's one
Yeah, that
last
thing's
thing
pretty
I
beefy.
need. Once E-Bucks
Overbuilt.
has been
Yeah,
transported
beefy.
through the
Yeah.
Cybergate
Ben and Betty wearing colors of the Rangers in other seasons that won't be in this one.
And I don't exactly have the know-how to make a robot strong enough to contain all of E-Box's data.
What? If you don't, then who does?
The same person who made the supercomputer E-Box is trapped in.
Oh.
This kid. Boy genius designs
Interesting.
revolutionary robots.
Oh, that's neat.
So that's
He's
why...
tiny. We'll capture him easily.
Good.
I think you're right.
Extra Morph-X for the portal.
Evox isn't a supercomputer and it's the only thing that can process it. That is fascinating. That they... I did not give them the credit of actually coming up with something like that. That is amazing. Praying mantis DNA scanning thing.
Praying mantis DNA is just what I need.
Cool.
What other insects?
If you've ever bitten off your boyfriend's head after... No.
He does
I
not
love
like spiders.
pretty much all creatures, but not spiders.
That is quite a spider. It's like a little tarantula.
That is a tarantula.
Yes, level cleared.
You say little tarantula, but it's more of an average-sized tarantula.
Fair enough.
Rangers.
You're just so used to
Robotron has
the
been
big
spotted stealing
furry
Morph-X in
ones.
Sector Lima 83.
Roger that.
Lima 8.
I'm gonna look ridiculous up here because I'm peering down here to see the comments.
Scared beetle. Nate.
I know, it's the rule. Okay, I'll go.
It's very annoying.
Apparently he was concerned with the possible rushing of Sentai footage.
Wish just one person didn't treat me like a little kid. That's
Oh,
why I always wanted a brother.
you can build yourself a beat buster out of this beetle. You think
See what happens
Beetle
now.
DNA and praying mantis DNA.
do you have Invisalign?
I don't think so. Whoa! Wow.
You leave him alone for 5 minutes.
That wasn't even 5.
And he gets himself kidnapped.
That was 20 seconds. Ooh! Vacuum cleaner.
We just got a new vacuum cleaner.
We did. I bragged about that.
24 people.
Wow! What is the deal? Why is your phone so good at this?
Careful with that. Every drop counts. You got a big order to fill.
Seriously? They gotta keep emptying his canister?
Yeah.
Vacuum Monster is voiced by Cosme
Flores.
Flores.
Oh, bad. Cool. Power Rangers. Wow.
How
Go,
old
go,
is the
Power
laptop?
Rangers.
This netbook is...
It's morphin' time. For justice we fight. With beast morphin' might. Together we rise. Go,
Go Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. Go, go, Power Rangers. Power Rangers, Beast Morphers. We do not answer questions during the beat.
Sorry. Okay, so the netbook is what, 2017?
What was last year?
2018.
So that year.
This is
This is from. I bought the laptop in August.
He bought this laptop right before he went to Power Morphicon.
Now I will admit it was a cheap laptop that
It
was
is a netbook.
that was used,
It is a cheap netbook.
but it is from August.
My laptop, the one we use at the other times, is from... When did we live at the school?
It was when did we start living there?
Yeah.
We started living there in fall of 2016.
Okay, so mine is from fall of 2016, although it is the 2015 model refurbished.
Yeah. But either way, I have no idea why.
This phone is older than this netbook.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Never had a problem with the 30-second opening. What was last year? I know how you feel. Less opening time means more episode time. Yes, it does.
The thing I actually like best about the new opening, like, I think a 30-second opening makes sense with its positioning within the episode. I think it would be a little jarring if you had a 1 minute long
They're
opening
making
credits
Lego movie
at the
Lego
end of the
Kids.
first act.
Of course. Did you find out who the Gold Ranger was?
No.
Guys! No spoilers!
We are not talking about anything regarding the preview. Nothing regarding the preview.
I'm glad your mouth is feeling better, Chase. Shaw's rule? Oh, Shaw's rule about the other thing. Okay, yeah. Heard some rumors the season 2 of Beast Morphers might use yogurt.
That's not true. I'm just gonna say right now, there's no basis for that. There's been no evidence of that. There's no basis for that. That is just people throwing out theories. That's not an actual thing.
Gossip, not rumor.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, what I was saying before about the 30-second opening is that it works well with its new position within the episode structure. Previously, we had it either right at the beginning or right after a cold open, but since now it's at the end of the first act, I think it makes sense for it to be a 30-second opening, because otherwise it'd be breaking the action too much.
Yeah, it says it faded away, but somebody said that that was actually Burgundy Ranger said if they were doing that with that footage, we'd heard about it by now,
Yeah,
because they're
exactly.
already filming season 2.
Yeah. And we haven't seen anything with regards to the pacing for these first 7 episodes. that would indicate they would suddenly fly through and burn through footage like that. Because you would have to burn through footage like crazy to get through the whole show by the end of the 20 episode mark.
This is gonna go way past
for
time.
an oil change?
We're gonna go like 10:30.
Yeah. I know, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, babe.
Love that new first smell.
Just letting you know that I know.
Seems like so long
Since I
ago
have been
I first
planning
entered the man cave.
on ending at 10. But
Yeah.
then everything got screwy, and that was my fault, so I left my computer.
Yep. And now we know that for some reason that continues to break my mind, phones work better than computers now.
If you like surprise.
That makes so little sense.
Surprise! I'm bringing you a
Like-
weekend of all your
Actually, it tracks with a lot of things I've been seeing at work.
Yeah.
Quick question, Jake, do you consider Magna Defender from Lost Galaxy as a 6th Ranger?
He fills the 6th Ranger role, but he's not a Ranger.
Yes, we are letting the commercials run in real time. We do that
Yes, we
every
are.
week.
Yes, we are. It gives us extra time for discussion in between things.
Show's back.
And we're back.
I hope not, because I would series to get adapted, but if they're gonna do it, they should make it a separate series.
There we go. Morphing it up. gotta love the like Rage Bunny. The Tornado Rage Bunny is fantastic.
Solaris Knight doesn't have Ranger in his designation. That's why Solaris Knight also fills the 6th Ranger role, but is not the 6th Ranger.
Yeah, because he's not technically a Ranger unless designated. So I also don't consider Robo Knight a Ranger. Even though they called him a 6th Ranger, I do not consider Robo Knight a Ranger.
What would have done him? He's a White Ranger, right?
I would count her as a 6th Ranger because she has the Ranger designation.
Yeah.
Stop that truck!
Now stop that cleaner bot.
What movie do you want to see?
I don't know. Let's flip a coin.
What's about to happen to you?
Oh, how is this tracker tag? Green side or purple?
Green.
Really?
Goes in the truck.
Are you kidding me? How is something this fortuitous happening? How is that?
Our tracker tag! We gotta get it back!
That is the most.
Do not get it back! You're throwing the
I think those are empty. What? Why? What? How? Why? This is an impressive level of contrived circumstances. Like that takes effort to contrive circumstances in that way.
Yeah, that was like Rube Goldberg plot device right there.
Wow.
Whatever you want from me, you're not gonna get it. Oh,
Yeah.
So great.
So you're a genius. A genius, I tell you.
Where am I?
Welcome to your
Is Scrabble just calling himself a
laboratory.
genius?
Yes. Yes.
What is that thing?
Well, boy genius, I'm Scrottle, and I used your neural aligner to make my masterpiece, the
How is
Cybergate.
neural aligner?
What do you want with me?
You are going to build us a very special robot.
You'll be pleased to
very
hear that we have
special
everything you'll need.
Hey, that's my Grid Battle Force tech too.
Stolen by yours truly. Memory drives, weapons, sensors. But you need to
How
put it
fast
together
is he
into
going to build a robot?
Just
Pretty quickly, because he's about to
your beast
build Beastbuster, I
Any
think.
questions?
Something.
They have his head, remember?
Wow, they
Portal?
have a design for him.
And a robot?
You're trying to bring Evox back to our dimension.
Bingo!
I
Yep.
would never help you.
Okay, so this workshop is in our dimension.
Yes. They didn't take him to the cyber dimension.
Neural aligner would align X signal with the internal memory systems of the robot body. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that is what they said. He's got an
What do I have
idea.
to do? Please, don't hurt me. Please. Told you he was
Oh, she's got both of her guns.
Gog and Magog. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'd
I
only
love
ever
how
seen one until now.
I love how he.
I know that shot. I've used that shot.
I know you have. I love how Nate
Spectrum's glitching a
actor
little
was
bit.
able to convey to us
That he knows
that
what he's doing.
that he is totally acting before he turned around.
Yeah, that was nice.
We need to go back and freeze frame the magazine cover and read what's in the lower right corner.
Any luck finding that Robotron?
No, it's not a thing.
Understood.
Oh, the magazine cover with Nate's photo on it.
Nate
Okay.
hasn't returned to base.
That must be a nice
His communicator is offline.
We left him alone in the woods.
He could be in trouble. We gotta save him.
Hold on. Nate's a capable young man. Don't count him out just yet.
But he's not a fighter, Commander. He can't defend himself. Commander?
Commander, you're the one who said he wasn't allowed out alone.
Yeah.
The Morph-X.
I'm streaming on my US phone because the laptop.
It
It fell onto the back of the truck. Sorry.
Why are you acting like that's a bad
The track is on the truck. It means that if we find the truck, then we can most likely find Nate too.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
It's like, oh yeah, it's a tracker.
I got luck. It's in an unused warehouse in Sector Kilo 1A.
Great work, Ben and Betty. Bring him back safe and sound.
Also,
Yeah, she did. She totally forgot.
wow, he built that fast. That is unreasonably fast.
is the robot done?
Oh, nice. He's repairing his thing. He's pulling an Iron Man.
Tronics! Get over here. Put the robot in place.
Box of scraps
Careful.
in a cave.
That is,
Shades of Iron Man 1. Yes. That's why I was making the.
he built that robot in like 20 minutes.
Jake, world's easiest 3D puzzle, apparently.
He's inside with Blaze and Roxy. He seems okay.
Seriously,
They're building some sort of machine.
how do you build a robot in
Come
20
on, get
minutes?
in there.
Evox is returning to this world.
Yep, they are willing to use quite a bit of original footage.
That's true.
That's
No, that's not Evox. That's the cleaner Tron thing. We've been getting Spectrum is glitching out on us too with the cable.
good.
And this is the DVR.
Everything's
This isn't even.
Evox does not want us to see this episode.
This isn't even on
Ah,
demand.
nice instant
This is in the DVR.
Spectrum is very, very bad.
Spectrum is
cable.
terrible. I won't have to do this so much if I have my laptop and I can use my laptop while we're using that
Yeah.
as a camera.
It's also just very difficult to read the.
Yeah, that's why I
Read
keep
the chat.
leaning in.
There's really not an option to keep it visible.
Yeah,
Not that I
we
could
need
find.
to get to Nate quick.
You gotta get past this Robotron.
Been waiting for the return of the cyclonic instamorph since episode 1.
Yeah. Well, we got them in episode 2. But it is good to see them again. They are nice. Oof. Just the leg flop. Just yeah. Oof.
It's always funny when someone falls
It's
on
been
their
a really good
back
match.
so hard that their legs roll up and their butt goes in the air.
Under the neural aligner.
That's interesting.
Nice.
They've got the BJ stag body, but no stag. No stag horns.
He probably hasn't
There's
put
Evox.
the animal DNA into it yet.
Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is a really cool shot. I like this shot.
My cyber prison and take control of this new and mighty body. Soon, the powers of the Morphin Grid will be
Oh, they're playing this up nice. Alright, what are you gonna do, Nate? Do your thing. Oh, nice.
Transport a gun. He's
Nice.
always shooting those things. Wild Force with the use of the traffic orb, which appeared in episode 8 of Gow Ranger, but didn't use the footage from themselves Wild Force secret supplies. Don't know what any of that means. I didn't see Wild Force.
Just in terms of rearranging the order of things. He's just shooting this thing all over the place. Okay. Ooh. Nice.
Did he just turn himself into a ranger?
He just used the neural aligner with the Cybergate to turn it into a warp device. No, come on, stop with the glitching. Oh my, I hate everything except for your phone for some reason.
I did actually get the most advanced version.
I guess so. Ooh, nice! Stop glitching. Everything is pain.
So that's not beat.
The mantis DNA worked.
Yeah, he's beat. Why are you glitching right now? I'm trying to see a new major. Can I punch a cable company?
Did you notice he had those test tubes in his hand?
Yes, he did. We noticed because it kept freezing.
He played us.
Yes, he did.
Wait, so... I thought BJ Stag was a buddy droid.
BJ Stag is a buddy droid.
Bring it.
So how...
BJ Stag is still right behind him.
Oh. There he is.
Nice.
You just morphed.
Oh, is that what happened? Fantastic! I am amazing.
2 more Rangers. No matter. We'll destroy you both.
Ha! Not a chance. They're no match for the 2 of us. This whole deal is going into the trash.
How does this thing have an AI?
Transport Striker Morpher.
Striker Morpher.
All yours.
See you later, Darren.
I like it.
You're both going down.
Silver is a good boy. And...
That's ridiculous.
So it's Frankie.
This is insane.
This is bonkers.
I like that the Cybergate was actually reworked into a morph
Good
device.
that Nate
That's
didn't use
fascinating.
spider DNA then. Says that he'd be afraid of his new brother.
Yeah,
Good job.
Obviously.
your voice is a little ridiculous.
It really, he kind of sounds a little bit like,
Silver Ranger person.
no,
We don't know the name of the Silver Ranger yet. He doesn't have a name yet.
but it kind of sounds a little like, Dudley Do-Right.
No, he doesn't sound. He doesn't have the Ninja voice. He's got a little bit of that kind of drama to him, but it's something
At least
different.
they didn't reuse Robonate's actor. I don't know. They might have.
No, it doesn't. It's a different
With voice
register.
actors, you can voice actors can change their register.
Yeah, I know, but it
You
doesn't.
listen to all the different voices Kelson's done.
That's true, but it doesn't.
When I hear Silver's voice actor did the English dub voice of Abra Red,
In Lost and Found Translation, interesting.
Amazing, honey.
Oh! I'm so sorry to that father who just got a trumpet thrown in his face.
Oh, why? No, why is this song back? This song, no Enya.
Enya is selling unicorn macaroni and cheese now.
Enya, you have made me never want to eat macaroni and cheese
Yes,
or
Gold
have
was
anything
the
having
oldest
to do with
Goldbuster
unicorns.
by quite a bit.
Yes.
They were teenagers. He was late 20s.
Sort of. Well, he had been in cyberstasis or whatever for like 13 years. So he looked like he was mid-20s, but he was actually like 40.
Okay, but
For what you love.
I don't count the time spent in stasis.
Frosted Flakes.
Don't you both have Sun Company in your area, Dr. K and Database?
I don't know I didn't understand that question.
Did you see Blake Foster's controversy regarding Nate becoming gold? No?
Yes, I did.
I
It's stupid. I can touch on it later.
Okay. Super mega awesome steel. Oh,
Yeah, I want to know what his voice is. I am.
Ryuji was biologically similar in age with Jin.
Yeah, actually, Ryuji I think was a year or two older than Jin in the way that Jin presented.
Yes.
And just because then Jin was able to make fun of Ryuji. Wow, our
But that's why I don't count the
DVR
time
is
spent
really bad tonight.
in stasis, because he turned around and called him old man.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, son!
If there was just like, you know, if a cable company could have a face, I'd like to punch it so much.
Yeah.
Spectrum, how are you so bad at everything?
You know, I've been watching that podcaster, Z-Dog MD.
Yeah?
He complains about his cable company a lot, too.
Like, Spectrum is impressively bad.
Cable companies just really are not great for those of us who are trying to, you know, put video content online.
Well, it's not great for anyone trying to use their services that they provide.
Yes, but this would be a heck of a lot more tolerable if we weren't doing this.
You know what? No. I don't think... not really.
If we had other cable company choices. No, we do not.
We gotta try that Philo thing. I've heard Philo is good. I think it might be time to go for it, because Spectrum has just failed
no, they don't have that in this area.
every level. Like, I don't know how a cable company manages to fail on so many levels.
They got in legal trouble over it, and they're still not gone.
I don't know how they're not gone yet.
They were supposed to be gone by now, but they got some sort of a stay.
I think it's just that they couldn't get enough.
Spectrum is Vargoyle.
Yes. I do not like Spectrum at all.
Dish Network or DirecTV, a little bit difficult in apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Especially in our geographical area where the apartment buildings tend to be in forests.
Yeah, we're not in a good area for anything like that.
Yeah, our region is,
But like I said, that Philo
biome
service
we live
apparently
in
does
is
Nickelodeon.
deciduous forest.
Yes. I've heard that Philo has Nickelodeon, and it's cheap, and I presume that it works better than Spectrum, because that's not really a high bar.
Yeah, although then Spectrum would still have to run over Spectrum Internet.
Yeah, that's
Then again, my phone is running on Spectrum Internet, so...
Yeah, their internet is generally fine. They don't seem to fail at that too hard. But they definitely
At least I hope my phone is
bad
running on
at cable.
Spectrum Internet, because if this is using your data, we're in trouble.
I really hope we're not using our data on this. Please tell me we're not using our data. Okay, no, we're good.
Keep it here.
We're good.
No,
Okay, there we
we're not
go.
using data.
And we're back. This episode's been just chugging along at a mile a minute.
This feels like the longest commercial break ever.
That was a really long commercial, but we're back. No, stop that.
Stop saying good things about the stream.
I wasn't talking about the
I mean,
stream.
stop saying good things about the
I didn't even say anything good about...
You said, yes, we're back. You wrecked it.
The best time for intros. Come on.
This is not the best time for intros.
He sounds like a cartoon superhero.
Yes, he really does. Which is somewhat what I was... There are a number of aspects of this that I had in mind with Grid Defense.
That boy scientist was a total wimp. And now I'm fixing your mess. I'm done.
Morphing gamma model into vacuum.
Vacuum. Okay, so Vacuutron is there.
Yes, somebody said that in the chat earlier.
Okay, I couldn't catch it.
But it went by so fast.
Yeah, the
Silver
chat
sounds like the robot version of Levi from Dino Charge.
Yeah, a little bit. You mean? I assume you mean Robo 8.
What's your status, team?
I love the Gundam Evangelion kind ofness of the way they launch their
Oh yeah,
boats.
the aesthetics of Go Busters are just fantastic.
Then again, I liked the Gundam Evangelion-ness of this when I was watching Go Busters too.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah.
I have the Gigadrone inside.
Ivan.
Sucking Morph-X directly from the tower.
They meant Ivan.
Gonna need backup.
Robo Ivan?
Like the robot version of Ivan. He's a robot.
Oh, he sounds like a robot version. Okay, I thought it was the robot version of Ivan. Okay.
Well, they said
I thought-
Levi at first, so that's why you got confused.
Well, I was trying to think if there'd been a robot. Oh, that's not great.
David's in trouble.
Yeah. Get that vacuum off of there.
I hope Nate is okay too.
Whee!
Fine. Whoa!
Yep. This is a good fight. I remember this fight.
Okay, but
He's got
how does Nate do that?
superpowers.
Superpowers he's never practiced with before.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, even Spider-Man got stuck to things he didn't mean to get stuck to at first.
That wasn't like he pressed down in B. That's what he did, and he's like, "Oh, I can slide." That's what happened.
So you're telling me he's button mashing?
Yes.
Nate is button mashing.
Yes. Yes. Jam up that vacuum with bananas.
His powers come with instant know-how. I hate it when that happens. I really do. Unless it's magical.
Automated
but it
knowledge
doesn't
input.
make sense with technology.
It's a Power Ranger thing. It's the Morphin Grid.
Don't care.
Morphin Grid.
I like it better when they practice.
Well, automated knowledge input generally gives them basic instincts, but it means that you can't necessarily strategize with what you can do.
Well, let's just
Practice allows you to strategize.
I feel like the slide move was a bit too advanced.
No.
Kicking, punching, twirling, that would be another thing. But that was physically impossible. That was wire work.
So? You press down and B.
The vacuum's been floored.
Yep.
Automated knowledge input is just an excuse for the awkward transition to Japanese footage. Yes, it is!
Yep, and it works for me.
Oh!
Yep.
The gun is the morpher.
Yes!
I forgot about that. They had those morphers.
Oh, wow, this...
Kaboom.
Wow, the glitching is
If there were ever to be a
awful in this
new
episode.
host for Galaxy Warriors, it should be Spectrum, hands down.
Sounds like you
Yeah.
all handled it well. I'll let the general know. And it was nice to meet you. And it was nice to meet you.
How about Mr. Fantastic, super handsome, strong as steel?
Maybe just steel for sure.
Steel, okay.
Love it. You are smart.
Steel. Yeah, suits you perfectly. So, you know
crazy.
you planned to become a ranger, but how did he morph?
Yeah, how could a robot do that?
Well, it was easy for me since I had insect DNA. I also thought about steel morphing, so I ran some tests.
I'll let you tell them the good part.
Well,
You see, the thing is,
Oh,
I'm here. Thing is,
what is happening?
The thing is what?
sort of. Undid his sort of the DNA into my DNA.
yes, making me the perfect ranger.
You Rangers have always been like my family. But now, I finally have a real brother.
There's a perfectly good explanation for that.
I think we owe you an apology. We thought you couldn't handle yourself.
But we learned the same lesson that Blaze and Roxy did. That you don't mess with Nate.
Spectrum just ghosted us hard!
There's a perfectly good explanation for that. Or a simple explanation for that. There's an explanation for that.
Oh, we're getting a teaser of something happening sometime, maybe. What is happening? I can't follow anything anymore.
I believe so, Master Evox.
It had better be, or else.
We also need to get your robot body back.
That's not a problem.
See to me.
Soon, the Silver Ranger will be yours.
Okay.
No.
Spectrum glitched over exposition of what happened. How does that happen? How do you mess it? And it wasn't even just like it froze or it skipped over things. It was looping. It was wow.
No.
Spectrum, you are a disaster. You are I don't know. You are apparently intoxicated on Morph-X or something. But you are ruining everything.
No.
You see, this is what you get from live reactions. You get to see everything go completely to pieces. With the unmitigated disaster.
There is an explanation for this.
So, apparently, somehow, the cyclone gave the robot some of Nate's DNA, along with the bug DNA, and that was all it needed to be able to morph.
Does that mean that Nate's a praying mantis?
He's got the praying mantis DNA, just like the others have their special DNAs.
I remember them specifying that Jin had a praying mantis.
He didn't. He had just had a different type of beetle. In Go Busters, it was a Kawagata and Kabuto beetles. And here, it's stag beetle and praying mantis, because apparently a Kabuto beetle and a praying mantis are interchangeable. I don't understand it either, and it's going to make less sense once we see the Zord. Like, I think I would have been more okay with it if they hadn't shown him scanning a praying mantis, demonstrating that the show knows what a praying mantis looks like, and is going to make a Zord that still doesn't look like one anyway. It is magical. Oh, man.
That was not good.
Now, the episode itself was pretty good. From what we were able to watch of it in the moment.
But Spectrum glitched the most important exposition in the episode.
Yes. Yes.
And
alright, so people are letting us know Evox was saying things about a new plan.
Yeah, it had better work, but we don't know what the plan was.
I guess apparently he can reconstruct the Cybergate, it looks like. But they want to get Steel back. That's apparently his name.
Didn't somebody say something about a character being at the end of this?
Well, the big spoiler was that now we have 2 new Rangers.
Oh no, you were talking about the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp earlier today.
That's also not what I was referring. I was talking about. Well, I mean, I was talking about that, but I was also talking about. You're thinking of Solo.
Yeah, the end of Solo.
So it's not something that someone mentioned in the chat about this, nor is it something that I said about the movie you thought, but something I said about a different movie.
This is what happens when I stay up past my bedtime.
Yes. Wow, I really wish they didn't have that fade effect on the chat. That would be so convenient.
Yeah.
Can I poke it? Maybe if I poke it. Try to poke it. You say all chat messages are visible, but you don't seem to feel that way. Alright, so it looks like some people are heading off to bed, so have a good night, Rose.
Night!
Oh man, this has been just this has been one of the most ridiculous live reactions since that time that I had to go run and deal with flooding in the student dorm.
Student dorms. I was thinking about that actually.
This is probably on par with that in terms of things going wrong. Not quite to that level, but pretty close. Pretty close.
Night, Athena.
Have a good night, Athena. But yeah, I do want to talk about a few things from outside of the episode itself.
Yeah, it's midnight there.
Some people wanted me to address
apparently a controversy.
Blake Foster.
Huh?
You remember him as the actor for Justin back in Power Rangers Turbo. Was making fun of how the Gold Ranger was very nerdy looking for a 6th Ranger. And apparently part of it was that he had been campaigning to be able to play the Gold Ranger this season, because he often tries to get back in the show and never really works out.
This sounds like less of a controversy and more of a butthurt child actor having a tantrum.
Yeah, he basically was mean on the internet, and everybody's like, dude, why are you, like...
See, controversy would imply that there were some people who were like, yeah, he's right!
Yeah, no. I wouldn't call it a
Nobody thought he
controversy.
would. Yeah, so saying
No.
someone called it a controversy. It's not a controversy. That sounds like misbehaving actor.
Yeah. And pretty much everybody is like, no, we like this guy. He's been cool on the show so far. Don't be mean.
He probably just blew any chance he ever has of getting back on the show.
I don't know about that. I'm not going to pretend that. I'm not going to pretend that something like that would necessarily prevent him from getting back onto the show.
All I know is that when I have been involved in casting for shows,
you're assuming that casting agents are going to be aware of that sort of thing. They may or may not be.
when a person has shown themselves to be an unpleasant individual, you just don't want them on set.
Like, I believe that people have been able to return to the show on various occasions in the past, despite
having already shown themselves to be deeply unpleasant people.
In various ways, shapes, and forms.
Fair enough.
It's a matter of who you happen to get along with. So I'm not going to presume that somebody who makes a, an ill-conceived, snarky comment on the internet is going to really
Was it a comment, or was it...
It was a few. It was like a little, like, Instagram thread or whatever it is.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like... And that is just... Ugh.
Yeah. It turned everybody off.
Great.
Yes, it was.
It is very bad actor etiquette to go after someone who got a role you wanted.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah, especially, like, when you're making fun of the guy for being, like, small and nerdy, when you played a 12-year-old genius on an ill-received season. Like, dude, just have the level of self-awareness.
It's like, dude, take a lesson out of Will Wheaton's book, would you?
But I'm not going to pretend that that's,
He turned out to be a really cool guy, even though his character was an insufferable teenage genius.
Yeah. And I'm not going to pretend that, that's going to be something that is going to impact anything moving forward.
It won't. It's just somebody being butthurt on the internet.
He also will... If he's smart, he'll probably apologize.
Like Beast Morphers episode to start up with fighting Robotron, like Burnertron. He's confirmed to appear in the... He's confirmed in the toys, but...
Yeah, I've been intrigued by that we've yet to see Burnertron. And this was a surprising jump to Vacuum.
Surprised that Victor and Monter never tried to get a trophy for barrel rolling.
Yeah, fair enough. The other thing I want to talk about from outside this episode that bothered me earlier in the week, right before this, was, as we said, Blake Foster was making comments upon discovering who the new Gold Ranger was. The fact that the reason that those comments were going around was because the preview clip for this week was Nate's morph. Which is just the most spoilerific thing to do. So please, whoever is manning that social media account, don't do that.
Stop putting massive spoilers out.
Don't do that.
I'm watching our white balance go back and forth right now. I'm turning white.
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, Berg. Here's the thing. I got spoiled on the fact that it was happening because the clip that was released was his morph, and I did not watch the clip. But it didn't matter because the title of the clip was revealing the Gold Ranger. The Gold Ranger was in the thumbnail. Everyone was sharing it. There was no avoiding it from social media. Now, I was able to avoid the exact circumstances that he was going to rework the Cybergate to turn it into a morph device.
Devin's shirt in this episode reminded me of In Space Villain's ship Ecliptor. Yeah, I've seen that shirt before.
Yeah.
And it does have sort of an Ecliptor look to it.
Yeah, I do like it. But yeah, this was the first time... I feel like this was the first time in a very long time where we would have been surprised by the appearance of a new Ranger.
It helps, man.
What's up?
The balance isn't shifting in the stream. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if they just wanted to show off the Cybergate or they want, or you know, maybe the Rangers fighting Vacutron, something that's a little bit more standard or had been foreshadowed, that would have been fine. But
New Ranger is a massive spoiler.
New Ranger is a massive spoiler,
I
and
agree.
this is the first time, I'd say in years, that I can think of where we didn't know that's what was coming. We had no reason to assume that Episode 8 was going to be the premiere of Gold and Silver. Like,
yeah. It's not like it was given away. Like the title, Go for the Green. Well, I guess we're getting the Green Ranger.
the description for the episode didn't have it. The title for the episode didn't have it. We didn't have any point before this episode where Nate was working on the Morpher.
Yeah.
So we had no reason to assume they were going to show up this early because BJ, Stag, and Jin didn't show up until like the 16th episode
Yeah.
of Go Busters, and they've been
Apparently
doing pretty
there's
one-to-one
an
on the
action figure
adaptation.
for Drilltron, who also hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah, which is interesting. So they had a chance to really shock us with this reveal, and the marketing team really messed it up for us. Like, maybe I can understand you wanted to get people hyped for the episode, but it really, for me, was a big turnoff as a fan who likes to be surprised by things.
One of the comments says that they may have felt that revealing gold wasn't going to spoil the whole episode because they didn't tell us about silver.
I think was Silver not in the clip? I feel like Silver was in the clip too. I don't know.
No, I'm guessing silver was not in the clip based on the way the chat is going.
Because I had seen while scrolling random things, not looking for anything, I saw somebody post an image of Silver too, against the Cybergate.
No, it was only gold in the clip.
Okay.
So
well,
I don't know where they got
something
that
at least.
picture, but it wasn't from the clip.
Okay. Well, that's something at least, but.
So they were trying to hype it that gold was coming so people would watch and get surprised by silver, is what the chat is theorizing.
Yeah, it was. I was very.
Silver may have been in the stills that Hasbro sent out on Thursday.
Oh, Hasbro standout stills? Okay. I have not been getting the sort of things I used to get on Power Force. I know some people still do. I'm not sure who gets that and why, but I do know that some people still get stills.
Well, I would guess that part of it, that you might not be getting that sort of things because you have been attempting to distance yourself from the title of a press.
Yeah, I don't, and I'm fine with that. I don't want to be
That's what I'm saying.
press. I'm not sure.
Maybe only going to the Power Force people that still consider themselves press.
I'm not sure exactly how that switchover happened. It may be that it's just the first batch of Power Force people that are getting it, and not the second batch.
That's true. There were two separate batches.
So I don't know.
And the people from the first batch had a lot of things that people from the second batch didn't have, like their names on a website and stuff like that.
Okay, so your first batch and you're still not getting it, Ranger Vision. Interesting.
No.
So yeah, I don't know how people are. I don't know how they decided who would still get press releases.
It probably might be people who have. I mean,
they must have reached out in some way. I don't know.
Some of the people probably maybe freelance write for a publication of some kind.
Well, most of them I think are like people who are podcasters or people who regularly post Power Rangers news in some Power Rangers news sites.
That's what I was saying. As opposed to Power Rangers fan sites.
Yeah, which is a little different. So
How did they decide who got the Beast Morphers?
I'm assuming it's the same group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been people who got a box of Beast Morphers toys just in the mail. So pretty much the only thing that I still get is my Boom Studios,
which we're happy about.
Yes, which is great. And I'm fine with not being on whatever equivalent of the Power Force list they have right now. I'm just confused by it because I keep wondering, wait, how did they find this out? Why didn't I get it? Because I got it before. It's fine, doesn't matter.
It's probably
just
going
a confusing
to press people now. But
and it should.
We never wanted to be press anyway.
No, there are certain complications that come with being a member of the press, and I did not want
any of that.
I did not want to have to deal with those complications.
And it's not like we're getting paid.
And it's not like we ever break news. That's not really what we do. We talk. We do discussions.
Talk about episodes after they air, not before they air.
Oh, okay. So you've been getting the publicity emails, but not the box. Well, maybe your box of toys is coming. I don't know.
Burgundy does get the comics, though.
Yeah.
Jake, what's your thought on the changing of the Kabu Beetle to a mantis? I think we covered that, but it makes no sense!
It's okay. It makes no sense. There's no sense to it. Especially if you know what the Zord looks like. The Zord looks nothing like a mantis. Unless you're saying, like, that the horn of the Kabuto beetle is supposed to be the head of the mantis, maybe? But even then, it's still a weird thing.
It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. It does not make any sense.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say outside of our problems with Spectrum this episode, which were major,
which were multitude,
we just gotta be done with Spectrum. We just need to change it up.
Spectrum.
For the fall, we
if
need
we're
to
having
switch
the
it up.
hiatus right now, then hopefully we'll have time to figure this out by the next time we do this.
Yeah. But the only thing about
I mean, we pre-record the Sentai stuff and we watch it, you know.
Yeah, we
not on cable.
Yeah, we just do that off my laptop, which is fine for some reason for playing video, but not for live streaming.
Keep calling this a laptop. It's a netbook.
It is something that goes on my lap and I type on.
It's a netbook.
A netbook is a type of laptop. It is a subset of laptop.
A netbook is a laptop like a moped is a motorcycle.
Okay. Whatever. I'm still calling it's still a laptop to me. I use it for the same things I use a laptop for. It just has the same types of processing power and storage as an older laptop.
It has less processing power than my phone, apparently.
Which is so weird, because your phone is so much smaller.
Yes.
I don't know how there's that much.
I'll tell you how. Because the whole purpose of this netbook isn't to be powerful, it's to be small.
Well, yeah, I know.
But also have a full-size keyboard.
I know, but still,
And
your
screen.
phone is still smaller.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they're not making full use of the space in the laptop. And I have no intention of doing so.
Even so, it's very strange. This is a weird thing. And I can only assume that for some reason it's because...
If this could not be made more powerful than
Can
that...
I finish the sentence?
That would be strange.
The only thing is that... the only reason I can assume this is working better is because the app is specifically attuned to this and the website is not.
Yeah, that's...
That's the only thing that way this makes any sense.
The app probably has a better encoder built into it than the encoder that has to talk to the laptop's webcam and then into the internet.
Yeah.
Because it's going through the browser before it's going through the other stuff.
Apparently it works better through the app than the browser.
Link from Zelda? Oh! Yes, this is the Nightmare Before Termina.
Yes.
And yes, if you look close enough,
yeah, you can see
that's the moon.
Yep. But yeah, the main issue I had with this episode beyond Spectrum was that Nate built Steel
in 20 minutes.
Absurdly fast. Like, if he had already been working on Steel, outside of just the head, if we had seen a leg, an arm,
if they'd stolen a leg, an arm, etc.,
put together all the pieces,
that would make sense.
That's fine. But I'm sorry, I don't care how much of a genius you are, you do not make a person-sized robot out of scraps in 20 minutes. That's not how that works.
Look, let's put it this way, Jake. Face Off could not make that costume in 20 minutes.
Exactly. When you can't even make the costume realistically in 20 minutes, how could you have made a robot?
Not a big fan of Zelda, but do love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of both, so this shirt was perfect for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tony Stark-like days. It took Tony Stark days to build a suit of armor.
Yeah. And it was just a suit, not something that had agency.
I was going to say, the Iron Man's... Mark 1 Iron Man suit is not that advanced.
I am also just baffled by Steel's
Yes, is that since
art
they
and
built
intelligence.
the Beast bots, Steel was the leftover parts not used. Nowhere on that shelf did we see any of the
We didn't see any limbs. We didn't see a torso.
Well,
anywhere.
forget the limbs of the torso. We didn't see any of the shell pieces
Yeah.
that he would have used to make the limbs of the torso.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even have to be in.
It was literally
fully
hard
assembled.
drives and cables, and somehow he made a robot body. Out of
If
hard
the
drives and
robot
cables.
body had looked like a naked C-3PO from the first Star Wars movie,
Yeah.
that I could have bought.
But no, this thing was armored.
Yeah, the shell pieces came from nowhere.
Like, I know it's a thing to harp on.
You can't fabricate that fast.
The episode itself was very enjoyable, and I liked a lot of aspects of it.
I miss Face Off, so do I.
That was a great show.
Your mom watches Face Off? You should watch Face Off.
I don't think that person was trying to use your mom as an insult.
I know.
I feel like you took it that way.
No, I'm just saying you should watch it.
That was just oddly aggressive.
It was the backwards of a your mom joke.
I'm just saying.
You said your mom does this, and I said you do this. It's kind of like your mom that. Your mom's face is weird. Your face is weird. My mom watches Face Off. You should watch Face Off.
Exhausted. So tired right there.
It's past my bedtime. I'm decompensating.
Yes.
On a live stream.
Yes.
Get me out of here.
I've seen the first season of Akiba Ranger. I have. Marissa has not. I know. We're trying to wrap it up. But I wanted to actually discuss the episode a bit, which we have not had much chance to do because we spent like 15 minutes complaining about Spectre. So I think that if we kept teasing with the head of Steel, I think if we had teased with other pieces of Steel being seen, that would have made a little bit more sense. The other thing that didn't really make a whole lot of sense was that Steel has apparently suddenly has an AI,
Yeah.
which wouldn't make sense since the body was designed to be a receptacle for an intelligence.
And it did not have time.
There was
No time for it to develop sentience.
There was no operating system or anything, I would assume, already in there. I assumed that it was just basically
it
a
may
blank.
have had firmware.
Yeah.
The firmware would have been like the drivers that would allow, virus's name,
Evox.
that would allow Evox to move the limbs and things
Right.
like that. It probably had firmware.
Yeah.
Device drivers,
Yes.
but no software.
Yeah, which made...
Well, device drivers are software, but no...
Like, even with the DNA merge with Nate, DNA does not give you intelligence.
What was your thoughts on the blood game?
Oh, you're talking about Zhu Ozier. It was fine. Sorry, that just came off as a non sequitur.
Blood game?
That's just what they call it. It's the competition between the villains to see who will beat the heroes. That's basically just what it's a competition between villains. It's
blood game.
Yeah, it's there's no blood involved. That's just the name of it.
Maybe it would be more fun with blood.
It would be interesting if some bit of Evox managed to get into Steel. Like, we didn't establish that, but it would be something in line with what happened with all the Rangers. They all got corrupted by Evox in some way. I'm also going to be interested to see if we get any special power for Nate, like the ability to, I don't know,
bite someone's head off?
I was going to say bite off Zoe's head. Yeah, that would be the only thing I can think of with a praying mantis. It's like, hey Zoe, want to go out on a date? Oh, am I moving too fast?
But the male doesn't do that. The female does.
Well, we don't know what kind he scanned. We don't know which traits he got.
This is true. This is true.
Or, alternatively, he's got praying mantis style kung fu now. And that's why he can fight.
Don't do that.
Okay, I'm gonna hug you now. I'm gonna hug you instead. I'm sorry.
I don't like that.
But this did do a good job with a lot of things, with following up on Nate's character arc, with following up on the Cybergate, and uniting those two in a way that seemed actually kind of reasonable. They used the same technology that originally gave the Rangers their powers to give Nate his powers.
And steal his.
Considering that device was also originally used for Evox, the fact that it was being used here made sense as well.
Plant guy?
The creepy plant guy made time reset? Wait, what was that?
The creepy plant guy who made time reset.
I
don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what that's referring to.
Maybe he can talk to bugs. That would be cool, Chase.
Yeah. It's like Ant-Man. Creepy plant guy who made time reset. I'm assuming that's a reference to Zhuoger in some way? I'm trying to remember what that's...
I'm not going to think about it too hard.
I'm gonna just glaze right past that because I'm not sure what you're referencing at the moment. Ben and Betty this week, I think, managed to take refuge in audacity in just how absurd their contribution to the plot was. Like, they just went so far with it, I just was willing to go with it. And there is a certain point where you make something so ridiculous and the audience will just go along with it. And I think this was a case where, okay, one, we're going to decide what movie we're going to go to by flipping the tracker. I'm going to flip the tracker so high into the air, like 10 feet up, and into the middle of the street, no less. And then the truck is going to come by. We'll dive out of the way. The tracker lands in the truck. You chase after the truck, and then he throws barrels at you, which you jump on top of, and roll down the street, and fly into trees.
They weren't in the street when they flipped the coin.
They were crossing the street.
They were at the crosswalk.
Yeah.
Why were they then in the street to almost get run over?
The magic of editing. I'm gonna go with that. Or we might just not. We might have missed them stepping over the curb. But even so, don't flip a coin in the middle of the street while you're walking. What's up? That's. I've heard those rumors that people might be doing things. We'll see what happens with things. I know there have been photos circulating around and stuff, but I'm not sure what they could lead to later down the line. But yeah, as far as we know, Beast Morphers will be having a second season. We have no reason to assume they're going to change suits for the second season. And the pacing, for the most part, until we just suddenly jumped ahead with Gold, has been pretty one-to-one with Go Busters. And I get the impression that one of the reasons they were able to jump ahead to Gold and Silver in this episode was that one that's plan was to grow a giant plant. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the time loop episode where they had the pollen put everybody to sleep and they were trapped in a dream that kept looping. Yeah, I think I'm assuming that's the episode of Zhuoger you're referring to. Not sure how that's relevant, but yeah, that was cool. But yeah, I think because of Nate's role as the tech genius, they were able to introduce him as Gold Ranger significantly earlier because they have a built-in reason for him to be out of the fight so often. So they can really shuffle around episodes now if they like. Which I think is always a smart thing when you arrange things in such a way that gives you more flexibility down the line as you get more into your story. Power Rangers in Space, I thought, did that very well, very, very well, by introducing Darkonda, Zane, the Mega Voyager, all earlier than they were introduced in the Sentai. But then you could shuffle around where, oh, we're using this Megazord this episode, but we're using that Megazord next episode. Oh, Darkonda got destroyed this episode, but he's got multiple lives, so he's back for this next episode. Oh, Zane was in this episode, but not in that episode because he's off with the KO-35 Rebels. And it kind of gives you a lot more freedom with the story and the feeling that there's other stories happening just outside of the scope of the show. So I always like it when they do sort of that front-loading, if they do it well. So hopefully they're going to use that for more storytelling opportunity moving forward. And one last thing I do want to make sure to tackle before we wrap up, because I know it's almost our pumpkin time, is one thing that I do find amusing is that the way that they ended up dealing with their Gold Ranger was very, very similar to what I had in mind if Grid Defense had been like a full series, but somewhat inverted, which is really kind of funny to me. Like I teased in Grid Defense that my tech genius was working on Gold Ranger powers. He had played, but he was playing off how there would be the idea of, hey, if we had a robot ranger, that would be so much safer and so much more efficient. So he was focusing on designing the Silver Ranger, and the Gold Ranger would have been a byproduct of developing the Silver Ranger, whereas here, it was the other way around, where Nate became the Gold Ranger and the Silver Ranger was a byproduct, which I think is very funny. But it's just the fact they used the same thing where the character in the same role became their Gold Ranger.
Yeah, because Jeffrey was going to be.
Yeah. And I don't think that's, a big surprise or anything. Because I had the little teaser in Grid Defense where he had the little Beatron image up at his console.
Yeah.
Which was my name for Steel. Alright. Yeah, it's getting late.
I need to go to sleep.
You need to go to sleep. It is cool to see our new Rangers. I did like how they were introduced, even if we had to go hilariously contrived for Ben and Betty, and ridiculous time frame for the development of Steel. Specifically the development of Steel, I feel, could have been handled a little bit better. It was tease, and then whoosh, all of a sudden we have a full robot. If you had teased him out in chunks a little bit better, I think that would have worked better. But I do like that we have a new driver for the plot of they want Steel as a body for Evox. Like, that is a compelling plot engine. And I think that's a great thing for moving forward. Even if, he never becomes Evox's body at any point. We have no clue. They could end up doing that, and that'd be really cool.
Just making a noise, and I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just brought it up in screens so that people will be like, what is that sound?
Yeah. So, again, I'm going to be going into the Power Rangers Discord channel after the chat. Feel free to meet me there. I don't know how to share anything in this format with the phone. We'll figure this out moving forward. But thank you guys so much for joining us for these first 8 episodes of Beast Morphers. I think that it's been a strong and solid showing. And it makes sense that they, once again, end the 8th episode on the premiere of New Rangers, just like they have the last couple times. And I look forward to seeing what they have moving forward. It felt like they worked towards this episode. There were some great dramatic moments in this episode. Especially the slithering in of Evox was an excellent shot. I want to see that sort of gravitas in the show moving forward. I think that was honestly the standout moment of the episode, as far as we know. There may have been other good moments that we missed, but for me, that was the standout moment.
It was pretty.
So we look forward to seeing you guys for live streams in presumably August. That's usually when they come back.
We'll still see you guys for pre-recorded Sentai stuff on Wednesdays.
Yep, and if we do have any special occasions where we feel like it would be appropriate to do a live stream, then we will announce that
well in advance.
So, and I will say, Beatron, if I had done Beatron, he would have also been a ham, because you can't not do Beat J Stag as a ham.
Because the suit stuff is very hammy.
But I would have gone hard on a hard Shatner ham. He would have been a Shatner ham. Just so much.
Doing things that are dramatic.
And yeah,
Fighting
it would have been a lot of fun.
For what is right.
I'm a little torn on his voice. Hopefully it grows on me. So, thank you guys again. I'm looking forward to more Power Review stuff, hopefully coming in the future, as well as the
Repairman, man. That's who he sounds like.
A little bit. And there is that bonus video coming soon. It will probably be released on Monday is my expectation, if I can keep up my pacing, because I'm now done with my classes! Huzzah! I am done with classes. Now I just need a job. So on that happy note, until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. How are you managing to do all this while I can't even open up a web page?